What's going on, everybody? Get the Raging Rob here. Got breaking news. I just heard about it this morning. I guess it's been going on since Friday because there's been reports the media has been censored. Independent journalists have been arrested for reporting the incident. There's been a huge train explosion in eastern Ohio, East Palestinian Ohio, East Palestine, Ohio, which is just a few miles west of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's right on the state line of Ohio and Pennsylvania. I just had breakfast at Denny's. I'm probably going to put this video on another channel because of flags. So basically, a train with 100 chemical cars, that's the tanker cars, the tankers you see, has derailed. And there was a controlled explosion to stop the chemicals from spreading, which resulted in the chemicals spreading. There's been reports of contamination as far east as West Virginia. The Ohio River bed has been affected. Reports of dead pets, birds, fish, up to 200 miles away, including Michigan, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, of course, West Virginia, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee. I think even parts of Virginia. This is a Ohio Chernobyl. If you don't know what Chernobyl is, it's the town in Ukraine that was evacuated in '86 when they had a major chemical explosion there, nuclear explosion. Life never returned to normal. It's still affected. It's still, you cannot go back there still. It's going to be like, they said it's going to be that way for about 10,000 years. So the environmental disaster, ecological disaster of what happened Friday night. Friday night there was a train derailment, and I guess the next night, Saturday, I think it was last night, Sunday, there was what they call a controlled explosion by the government. So I'm hearing a lot of things. I don't know. Some of my facts might be off. There's been reports that the spy balloons getting shot down were to cover up this. There's been another balloon shot down over Idaho. There's been another balloon shot down over Lake Huron in Michigan. If you put it together, there's been reports that these balloons actually are from the government spying on militias. Michigan's got a lot of militia activity, so does Montana and Idaho. So piece it together. I know there's a big, huge 3%er front in Idaho. So that's being said. So yeah, we got a major disaster in Ohio. They said the disaster is gonna be affected for 10 years, they're saying. If you look at the map, Ohio River flows into the Mississippi River, which flows into the Gulf of Mexico. So yeah, we got a major situation. This could affect every state in the country. It's already affected multiple states. It's already affected Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. That we do know. Major disaster. Now, there's been a rumor. I don't know if this is true. Get into conspiracy theory now. That there is a chemical that's found in the vaccine that was on this train. And East Palestinian has a large Amish presence. And as you know, the Amish are not vaccinated. So this was a controlled explosion to put the vaccine chemical into the air. Therefore, the Amish would breathe it in. Because what did Bill Gates say? He said, we're going to force vaccinate the unvaccinated. You remember that? So now my video is probably going to get flagged. So that's just something I've heard. Don't know if there's any truth to it. Do your research. I advise everybody to do your research. Don't trust me. I'm just one person here. So that's what's going on in East Palestinian, Ohio. Huge disaster, huge ecological disaster. I did some research on this. It turns out the train company that was responsible for this disaster made $30 billion in profits in 2022. Same train company that was trying to hold Biden accountable against the railroad strike. Safety precautions. Something about the braking system. Yeah. So I don't know if this was a government attack. I mean, literally the government has declared war on a U.S. citizen. And what's happening in Ohio, we don't know the full effects of it. It's going to take weeks. We'll see what happens in weeks, months, years on. You know, what happens with these things. Now, the whole town of East Palestinian, of 5,000, population 5,000, has been evacuated. EPA told them to go back. It's still an ecological disaster. They've been reporting. There's been reports of arrest. They've been arresting independent journalists covering this. I'm in Ocala, Florida right now. Ocala, Florida. This coming weekend, I'm going to be in New Orleans for Mardi Gras. I'll be covering that. I'm still waiting to get out of Facebook jail. So, and then a couple weeks after that, I'm going to a Daytona Biker Week at the beginning of March. So there's that coming up. So lots of good stuff coming up. I'm still waiting for a couple of channels, YouTube channels of mine, for the flags, the strikes to fall off so I can bring them back. So I got another channel with the strike on it. I don't say what channels because of trolls. I got to buy a new laptop too. My laptop took a shit. So anyway, that's what's going on. If you receive this transmission, you are the resistance against government tyranny.